Let's do some breath work. Let's get focused for the day and jump on the other camera. Come up to standing. We'll start off creating space so that we can breathe efficiently, get all of that energy into our bodies, connecting the fingers. So just lightly connecting the fingers. Grounding yourself, so taking your feet about shoulder width apart, connecting to the ground, really strong through the feet. Raising up, palms to chest. Rotating, lifting up, and then arms down to the side. Just get the movement working first. Opening up, lengthening the spine, creating space between each of the vertebrae. Breathing in, so breath in just lightly through the nose. Breath out. Breath in. Breath out. Keeping the shoulders relaxed. Stretching and lengthening as you come up. And then softening. Letting the elbows be soft. Shoulders be relaxed. As you breathe out, breath in. Let's do 2 more. Is that just 3 or have I just done 2? We just completely lost count. I wasn't thinking of the next move at all. And take a rest there. Next move, keeping grounded and connected to the ground there. Let's go picking cherries. So we're reaching up. So arms up, reach up one side, other side, reach. So it's as if you're going to pick up a cherry, reach, reach. Again, this is just giving us a nice stretch through the side, each side of the rib cage. And also through the back muscles. So you'll feel that nice stretch along the spine there, each side of the spine, those big muscles each side of the spine through the back. So picking. Remembering, of course, when we're doing any of these stretchings, we're not going forcing and hiking the shoulders up. So a nice, easy stretch, just as you would see a cat stretch or an animal stretch, rather than forcing any movement. If we push it and force it, the body will just go, no, I don't want to do that. And we'll get the stretch reflex response. We'll just tighten up. So it's easing out. Easing out. Do 1 more each side. And then back down, and just give your arms a little bit of a shake if you need a shake. A little bit of tap into the ground with the heels, get those shoulders relaxed. Let the jaw relax, head relax, neck relax. And then just come back up to standing. Take a moment about hip width apart, just to find your balance. Let the breath settle. And then step back out. Knocking, so let's get the rotation going through the spine. Remember, we're driving from the center, but using the feet, so really grounding, feeling the feet connected to the ground, strong and stable through the lower body, grounded, and then really focus on lightness, lifting through the upper body. So in Qigong, you're taking in the earth chi through the feet from the ground, connecting to the ground, and you're also taking in the heaven chi from above, so in through the crown of your head. So it's that connecting to earth and sky. With this, we're just breathing easy. Just breathe easy in and out through the nose. And we're just looking in the direction that we're turning. And we're tapping across the belly and across the back. So that back hand is just tapping back of the hand, just on the lower back, hitting those pressure points, getting the blood flowing. The idea of all of these mobilization, warm-up, stretching exercises is to get the blood flowing through the joints, through the muscles, through the fascia, through all the sinew in the body, all the sinews, to actually get the energy and the oxygen into every cell in the body, clearing out any blockages, so that when we breathe in, all that fresh energy is transported and delivered throughout the body to where it's needed. This is feeling really good for me this morning. It's really nice. Opening up the lower back, opening up mid-back, coming up to upper back, just bringing your attention, just bringing focus. And the neck area, shoulders relax, really tune into relaxing the shoulders. Relaxing the face. And then let's just slow that down really gently into water waves. So just visualize you're just running your hands through water. So there's a little bit of resistance there. Front of the body and back of the body. Arms are spiraling, so notice that the arms spiral. The wrists, then the elbows, then the shoulders spiral. There's a softness in the elbows. There's a relaxation in the shoulders. The slower you go, the more you can feel the air running through the fingers, across the skin. And then slow it down. Come back to standing. Check in with your balance, so your feet are rooted and connected to the ground. Hips are balanced over the ankles, lifted and lengthened, so that lightness through the upper body. And then step out. We're going to do 2 Qigong exercises with the breath, with the focus on the breath. And then we'll do similar to what we did last week, is we'll just, for the last few minutes, we'll just take a sitting position and do some box breathing. So the first Qigong exercise, which is really, really great for breath, is Buddha holds up the earth. So it's very similar to this one that we did at the beginning for the stretch, but without connecting the fingers, and we come back down the center line. So let's practice the movement first. Palms come up to chest, facing chest, spiral, and then you're holding up the earth. Now in this position, when you're holding up the earth, we're not hiking the shoulders up and stretching and doing that. The shoulders are down, so you feel like this nice stretch here. So again, we're creating all of this great space in the ribs so that the lungs can fill with energy, fill with air. And then we're coming back down the center line, breathing out. You can get that little bit of a wave movement as well. So you see, as my spine is extending, there's that little bit of a wave movement. So my sternum is lifting a little bit here, and I'm opening up the chest. And then as I'm coming down, as we're breathing out, the chest is softening, the chest is relaxing. So I'm not just moving my arms, there's that whole movement through the rib cage. So we're opening up the chest, opening up the rib cage, getting the energy into the body. Let's do a few movements first, just practice that movement. Just get the movement into the body. Really smooth as well, the movement, no rush. There's always that subtle resistance through the movement. We're not just dropping the arms, we've got that resistance as the arms are lowering. You're looking up. Now let's bring the breath with the movement, so we're breathing in through the nose. Easy, easy, easy breath. Breathing out. Breathing in. Out. Breathing in. Out. So as the breath is flowing into the body, energy is being brought into the body, oxygen is being brought into the body. As you're breathing out, and the energy, getting rid of any excess or negative energy. You're bringing oxygen in, oxygenating the body, and then you're breathing out carbon dioxide. And if we keep this movement smooth and easy and soft, nice, slow, deep breaths that feels comfortable, that feels relaxing, and you're helping to bring your body into balance. 2 more. And then just take a moment just holding a standing position with your palms facing the chest. And just focusing on the breath. Where do you notice the breath? Where do you feel the breath? How does the body respond as you breathe in and as you breathe out? Move the palms down so they're a little bit lower. And again, notice the breath. Where do you feel the breath? How does the body respond? Bring the palms back down. Step the feet in a little bit. Just give yourself a little bit of a shake out if you need to shake out. Let's do one more Qigong movement, focusing on the breath. So heart to sky. So bringing our palms together. So a little bit of a press of the palms there. So we'll look at the movement first. We're bringing the palms out. We're lifting the sternum or lifting the heart up to the sky. So again, this is really opening up the rib cage. And then as you breathe out, same thing, you soften the rib cage. So if I show you from the back, you're breathing in, you're extending particularly this thoracic spine here. And then you're softening, making sure we breathe out. Always remember to breathe out. Extend and soften. A nice way to think of this is when you're looking up, the neck doesn't start from here. Because I can do this with my neck. I can go, oh yeah, I'm going to look up and just flex my neck like that to look up. But you think of the neck starting lower down. So that's where the sternum lifts. So you're thinking of your neck extending from mid back here, which is often really, really tight in a lot of us, certainly tight in me. I can still feel this from falling last Saturday, not this Saturday, the Saturday before. So this is really good for opening up the rib cage. So get that movement going. Let's get the movement going first, lifting your heart up to the sky. And then bringing the breath with it. So we're breathing in, breath out. The other thing to really focus on is just breathe the air that you need. So when we're talking about breath in, I'm not taking full big breaths in. So you can't hear the breath. You shouldn't hear the breath. It's just natural breath in. It's almost like the body's breathing itself. You're not having to physically do anything to breathe. Breath is just coming into the body. Breath is just leaving. And if this is a struggle in terms of the rhythm, if you like, of the breath, then just breathe naturally in and out through the nose. So we shouldn't be feeling any air hunger or holding the breath. We should have smooth, effortless, fluid breathing. Smooth, effortless, fluid movement. And the more you practice these Qigong exercises, and the longer you practice these Qigong exercises, you want to get into almost like that state of flow where it's almost like the breath is guiding the movement, that you're actually doing very little. But it's very powerful, because you can feel the mobility, the opening up of the rib cage, extending of the spine. Let's do 2 more. Nice. Just come back to standing. Just check in with your balance. And then when you're ready, find a comfortable seated position. So you can use a bolster if you want to sit on the floor, or sit on the floor however you want to sit on the floor, just normally on the floor, or grab a chair. Get yourself into a comfortable sitting position. So the key in your sitting position, whether you're on the chair or on the floor, is to really get onto your sits bones. So get into the sitting bones, keeping a nice tall spine without being rigid. So I don't want to lock everything up when I'm sitting. Just give yourself a little rock side to side so you can make sure you're balanced. And the movements that we literally have just done standing, you could do sitting as well. So if you're sitting, you could do the spine stretch. You can do your picking of the cherries. You can do Buddha holds up the earth. And you can do heart to sky. So you could do these 2 minutes in a sitting posture. If you're working and you just need a little break, you don't even have to do loads and loads of them. You could do a couple of those movements. Just gets the spine movement, gets the blood flowing, gets everything nourished in the spine, and it creates that space for efficient breathing. If we sat like this all day long, then we're compressing that space. We're not getting the air into the lungs. So nice and tall. Let's just do a couple of those physiological sighs that we worked on last week. It's a good way of releasing any tightness or tension. So we take a breath in through the nose, and then we top it up with a little sip, another little sip, and then we sigh out through the mouth. So I'll make a bit of a noise. You can hear this a little bit. So it's breath in, and So let's do a couple more of those. Breath in, and let's do one more. Breath in, and then just let the breath settle. Just relaxing the jaw, relaxing the face muscles. Again, a great way to relax the face is that inner smile. So just that sort of like wry smile, like the eyebrows just raising slightly. We don't have to do a big goofy smile, or you can do a big goofy smile if you want to. Really relaxes the face muscles. You know, if you're laughing, if you smile at someone, if someone walks into the room or you really want to see, you smile, there's that warmth, there's that relaxation through the body. If I'm sat here like this, I'm trying to breathe. then everything is going to tense up through the body. Just letting the breath be natural, easy, soft, in and out through the nose. And let's practice our 4-4-4-4 box breathing that we did again last week. So you breathe in for 4 seconds, and then we hold for 4 seconds at the top of the breath. We breathe out for 4 seconds, and then we pause. We have a little bit of a rest at the bottom of the breath for 4 seconds. So that's why it's called a box, because you're literally doing 4-4-4-4. If that's a struggle, you can do 2-2-2-2. So again, none of this should be forceful. None of this should be as if you're feeling as if you're running out of breath. Box breathing is really good because it just helps to bring a rhythm and a balance to the breath, and it actually slows the breath down with those with the hold and that extended pause. I'm going to use the metronome just so that you can hear this, or so we can make sure we're doing 4 seconds. So get yourself set. Breath in, 2, 3, 4, hold. Breath out and pause. In, hold, out, pause. In, hold, out, pause. In, hold, out, pause. In, hold, out, pause. 2 more rounds. In, and then just let the breath settle. Just keeping relaxed. Just breathe naturally. Bringing your hands to your belly. Just giving it a little rub, if that feels comfortable. Rubbing the hands. Taking a little bit of a stretch if you need a stretch. It's nice and relaxed. And we're all set for your day, hopefully. nice and energized, breathing in without pushing it, without forcing it. We will finish our class there. Thank you very much for joining me. Thank you for your time and attention. Just a reminder that this coming weekend, if anybody wants to come down to London for a 2-day workshop, we'll be working through more Qigong practice. I'll be doing the 5-element flow Qigong practice, which includes Buddha with other practices as well. And then we'll be doing some trail running and some balance practice, so generally having a bit of fun at the weekend, and I think the weather is going to hold out and is going to be okay for that. So that's this weekend, coming up this weekend. I will see you hopefully on Thursday back here for class. Have a great day. Thanks for joining, and I'll see you all very soon. Thank you. Bye-bye.